Hello everybody and welcome back to Dentsply Sirona World 2017. I'm Dave Branch and I'm honored to have two luminaries in the world of endodontics with us today. And on the far end we've got Dr. John West. Next to him we've got Dr. Cliff Ruddle and Jochen Kush. So Jochen, why don't you start off with telling me a little bit about the integration of technology into the endodontic workflow?
Absolutely. So, you know, at Sirona, at Dentsply Sirona and SICAT, we are always about integrating technology to make life easier for dentists. Now we've guided implant planning, we have something for TMD treatment, for sleep apnea, and what we came up now is actually guided endo. So what we are going to do is we are matching 2D images with 3D images, we're identifying the nerve canal, we're making nice plans, but then we actually manufacture a guide that gives you the access to the root canal. And I'm actually wondering what you think. Would this technology have an impact for a general practitioner's life?
Thank you. You know, as a teacher, John and I have taught collectively about 85 years, internationally too, and one of the biggest challenges we see in the general dentist is they want to be able to get safely into the access cavity. And of course, teeth are heavily restored with crowns, there's composites, amalgams, and pulp chambers recede, and orifices get smaller. So it's intriguing to me if we could have some kind of a little prefabricated jig that could go over the culprit tooth, and then that could help general dentists easily find their way safely and maximize tooth structure.
Oh, thank you. That was actually the answer I was hoping for. Because that's exactly what we're having here.
I was thinking I could use it too.
And Dr. West, what do you think about the opportunity to use 2D and 3D and match it and then have the best of both worlds? But like the spatial resolution from 3D and the high resolution from 2D.
Well, in one word, Jochen and Dave, in dentistry, as dentists, we like to do and see simultaneously. And in endodontics, we do it in the dark. So what this summarizes to me as a clinician, especially for the restorative dentist who doesn't have the huge experience. How many, 85 years did you say? 55? They don't have the huge experience of making errors. And like Cliff said, people are living longer, canals are getting smaller and smaller. So in one word, I think what this technology can make a big difference would be in confidence, and there's nothing worse than starting something as a dentist and not knowing where you're going. So this is going to give them a roadmap, and they're going to sit down and enjoy the experience better.
Oh, thank you. I get goosebumps if I hear that from you.
I thought those were just pimples.
You got to calm him down. He's a little exuberant.
No, it really.
It's just passionate.
Yeah, I'm passionate about it because that's what we are doing. We're trying to integrate stuff. Another question I have, because we're not only thinking about doing this orthograde, we also think about having the access retrograde right to the root. Would that be helpful?
Yes. You know, not to go into too much detail, but back in the mid-'80s when we got our first microscopes, we were doing quite a bit of surgery through the oculars, and when you go in towards those roots, you're judging your anatomical position based on a two-dimensional picture of a three-dimensional object. So sometimes, you know, if this is your root, you know, you're a little over here or up or a little. So if we had sleeve guides that could take us directly to the root, we would not only preserve bone, but we could be more precise in our apiaction and our retrograde procedures. So I would think there could be quite an application in surgery. And we do a lot of surgery in the field of clinical endodontics.
I have to say I'm speechless now, and that happens rarely.
In 2 seconds, Jochen, this would be a huge benefit for the endodontist because we know the internal roadmaps non-surgically, but endodontists get really lost also surgically.
He's very excited.
Why are you holding his hands?
No, I'm taking a pulse rate.
He's checking my pulse.
His pulse is just going like this. We should.
Did you bring the defibrillator,
Yeah,
Dave?
I'm ready. I'm certified.
Okay, no problem.
Yeah, I'm really speechless. Thank you for your feedback, and I'm actually looking to work with both of you, and I will give you a shot to try this out, definitely.
Well, thanks for your brain and your passion.
Thank you.
David's involved in education, and I know you would agree that if we can remove doubt, confidence shows up.
Absolutely.
And so a lot of dentists like to do endodontics, and they would like to embrace more, but there's fear.
That's the biggest reason they don't adopt it. Is
Sure.
the fear.
Yeah.
So if we can give them something that's reproducible, each time, every time, all the time,
Absolutely.
we're going to bring more dentists into the endodontic game.
That's what all our technology is all about, to make it predictable, reproducible, safe,
And
more efficient.
changing it from fear to fun.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. And
More
on this-
goosebumps?
Oh, still.
That took me 10 minutes to tuck in there. Peace.
Is there anything that you two would like to add before we break?
Well, yesterday I had this demonstrated, and we not only can make a very precise hole to an orifice, and then he said we could actually go below the orifice to the first curve. And so then I asked him, what do we do at the curvature? And he said, well, then you use your files. And the only reminder was be sure it was Pro Tape or gold.
I get it.
I knew that would get in here. Dr. West, anything you'd like to add?
I would simply add that I asked Jochen beforehand, when can I use my iPhone to operate this from the beach? Is that going to take very long to go to that next technology?
I think the Army is already looking into this.
Oh, yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. It's been very enlightening, and it's great to have and finally meet you both. So
Great
it's been
to
a
meet
real
you,
honor
Dave.
for
My
me
pleasure,
personally.
Dave.
So thank you, and we'll be back soon, shortly, from Dentsply Sirona World 2017.